Hello everyone, this is Mahwash Ajaz. As always, you're watching me on my YouTube channel, and today the film that I'll be talking about is London Nahi Jaunga, I Won't Go to London, written by Khalilur Rahman Qamar and directed by Nadeem Beg, starring Humayun, Saeed, Mehwish Hayat and Kubra Khan. Now, is this a sequel to the earlier Punjab Nahi Jaungi? No, some of the themes and some of the setups are similar. Characters are similar, but not really. Actors are the same. Many actors are the same, rather. But at the end of it, this is a completely different film. Director Nadeem Beg has encapsulated Punjab beautifully. The scene opens with a gorgeous shot of Punjab itself that makes you dive straight in to the beauty and the splendor that is the field of Punjab and the beauty of Punjab. Humayun Saeed stars as Jamil, a person who has kind of written off marriage, but he's being forced to be engaged to Arzu, which is played beautifully by Kubra Khan. At this point in time, we see Zara Tivana come in and then change the game. How she changes the game, that is something you'll have to find out when you actually watch the film. A lot of the conversations in London Nahi Jaunga are about the context and the way that love, marriage, relationships, breakups are treated, how we look at them, not just in Punjab, but in Pakistan in general. Mehwish Hayat's fiery character is unapologetic. She's completely in charge of who she is, what she wants, how she wants to take her journey forward. On the other hand, Jamil, who is completely besotted by this girl from London, has its own pushes and pulls. Humayun Saeed brings such a delight to the character. It's his deadpan humor, his swag, the way that he is. There's this gentle kindness to him as well, which is a part of his character, and of course his real life persona as well. And of course, the way that the character is written, he's somebody who's so in love that he'll do the right thing, obviously not the wrong thing. He'll fight the right people, but he'll also fight for the right people, and he'll also stand for what is right. So everything about the male protagonist is something that you want to see. Even though he's persistent, he's not harassing. Yes, he's kind of stalking, but that kind of stalking has a larger context. So definitely watch the film for that, and don't really write it off as stalking. Then you have Kubra Khan's Arzu, who is again a besotted girl, but with her own depth and pithy dialogues. Kubra, despite the fact that she's from a completely different background, has done really well in kind of carrying off the Punjabi accent. The real winner in the film is the film itself and the genre it has created. It has created, I think, a brand new genre which has sort of established the Pakistani identity of films. We don't have those crazy juggernaut kind of movies, and we also obviously don't have superhero movies or insane kind of action flicks, but we do have a certain identity. We're not exactly like Iranian cinema, we're not exactly like Bollywood, we're obviously not Hollywood, but we have our own flavor. And London Nahi Jaunga sort of becomes that final identity palette as to which how Pakistani films are made and how they will be made in the future. There's a lot of love in the audience for our language, the way that our characters, kind of are dramatic in those scenes, even though it's not like those scenes are just dialogues and people are just speaking to each other and that's what the beauty of the scene is. No, there is a lot of stuff happening. There is a lot of action at the heart of the scene, but at the end of it, the real hero becomes the writing, the dialogue, the performances, the people, and the story itself, which intertwines itself and then creates a larger narrative. That is the identity of Pakistani cinema, and I think London Nahi Jaunga encapsulates it perfectly. It kind of cements it, creates the Pakistani film genre, and everything about the film is so thoroughly Pakistani. The flavor is so thoroughly Pakistani that I'm very happy to say that this can be a template that can be followed by other films, because this itself will be well received, because there's the right amount of humor, there's the right amount of dialogues and song and dance and all of that shebang is there. But then there's also something very truly Pakistani about the way that we talk to each other, the small lyrics and the small poetry that's added. Everything about it screams that it's a beautiful Pakistani film. The performances by Humayun Saeed, Mehwish Hayat and Kubra Khan hold the film together. Of course, that goes without saying. Mehwish looks absolutely stunning. Humayun, every time he cries on the screen, no matter what it is, no matter how ridiculous the situation is, every time he's facing a bad person, every time he's facing a challenge, you just want him to win. It does not matter how ridiculous the situation is, if it's an improbable, if it really shouldn't be happening, even if you're wondering why is this happening, you just want him to win. That's the kind of hero that cinema needs, and that's the kind of hero a cinema deserves. So Pakistan thankfully has that hero in Humayun Saeed, and that is why he's still an absolute king. Kubra Khan also has that lovable, innocent quality for which you also kind of have your heart broken over it. Then the supporting cast, that is Suhail Ahmed, Wase Chaudhary, and Gohar Rashid, and so many other actors who are also present in the film. Sabah Faisal looks absolutely gorgeous. Sabah Hamid brings a lot of sadness and tragedy to the story itself, which I'm not going to spoil for you. But at the end of it, the supporting characters and the actors have done such a marvelous job in creating the narrative and establishing it with their one-liners and with their emotional sort of deliveries. Everything else in the film fits perfectly into the heart of what the story is, and this is a love story with a lot of drama, with a lot of funny dialogues, with a lot of relatable dialogues, and that is why I think London Nahi Jaunga is an absolute winner. The songs are dance worthy, locations are beautiful, everybody looks amazing. What's not to love? This is a film you must watch as a family. It's an entertainer, it's got a lot of inside jokes, it's got a lot of great Punjabi juggats. If you understand Punjabi, it's going to be a treat for you, for the eyes and for the soul and for the heart. You will leave the film wanting more. You will leave the film wondering when is the next time we're going to see Mehwish Hayat and Humayun Saeed croon together. They make such a fantastic couple, and every time that we see them, we think that they're just perfect for each other. They share great chemistry on the screen and obviously off the screen as well. They're great friends. They're great fun to be around. So that's, I think, the magic of what they've been able to create. The dialogues by Khalilur Rahman Kamar, the cinematography, the direction by Nadeem Beg, and the kind of the way that he has created that landscape and how he plays with that landscape to kind of establish his larger idea that this is a story which is, yes, not about everything, but this is a story about love, which can be everything for people. So don't forget to book your tickets right now. I would say this is a great moment for Pakistani cinema. You've got a great film like Quaid-e-Azam Zindabad, you've got a great film like London Nahi Jaunga, also great other films are coming up. So I think you should definitely book a ticket right now. Check it out, go with your family, enjoy. This is a film that you will not regret. Yes, there are some moments in the film that, you know, at the end of it, you might wonder, hey, why is this happening and what is this happening? And maybe if you're not a Pakistani, you might wonder about some of the jokes. But these are very, 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 very tiny, minute, like really, really like ignorable flaws. Because overall, the film is an enjoyable treat. It's an enjoyable ride. You have to see it in the cinema to kind of absorb the largeness of the love that the film has. Thank you so much for watching this review. London Nahi Jaunga is a splendid film. It's a total paisa vasool film. Go take your family, book your tickets. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and take care of yourself. Have a great day. Bye.